Hello and welcome back to the Outerworlds, the Ethan Drake playthrough. Last time we did some stuff. I think we got Pavardi along as an ally. And well, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the community center. And retrieve a cache of medicine. But first, before we do that, we're going to go to the cannery. Because I believe Pavardi said something about her father reading the engineering manuals
Wish we had some better
when he
rations.
worked there. I believe Pavardi also owns one. Because I believe there's two in here.
Where the
And I
magic
believe
happens?
there's...
Well, hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Sorry. Damn it. I mean, I do have a mag zap, and that would be really useful. Oh, I don't have a fourth weapon equipped. Oh, well, then I'll wait to use the mag zap until I have a weapon that I want. Anyway, back on track. We're looking for the manuals. In Pavardi's house. Because I think there was one here.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Open last search. 2 records found. First entry. Indumati left Edgewater. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked her if I'd ever see her again. We both know the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I look up and think of you. Transcript. Note from Indumati. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pavardi. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Indumati. Young Spacer's Guide. 1 record found. Open last entry. I sat up last night reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorized. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work out of the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. Might as well read the whole thing over again. So now I have an actual quest marker. I'm not going to take your money or your hacking tools or any of your other shit. I'm just here. Look, I took the 1 mag pick, but that's before I realized that the frickin' characters actually recognize when you take shit from their house.
I can't find many kinds around here.
Yeah, I love flowers. Flowers are cool. Flowers are great.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare.
Yeah, they do. I thought there was a...
If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
No, you're fine. Oh! To the man, this game is good. This game is real good. Yeah, because that like a little playthrough I did before this one, I didn't have any companions. So this is interesting. This is a whole new dealio. Well, I thought there'd be one in there, but I guess I gotta go to the cannery.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got it.
Oh, vending machine, cool. Let's sell some garbage. I don't have any garbage. No, that's the latrines. It's an interesting dilemma. I don't actually think I've ever been down here in the... Oh, wait, no, this is where the actual power room is. That's stealing. And I'm not gonna steal. That's why I was like, oh, crap. Because they should have, honestly, I feel like they should have flagged that one as stealing, but Bavardi's in the party, so I guess that's why it didn't. But... let's see here.
Yeah, huh?
Thomas seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
The tool he was thinking with was definitely not a wrench. Nah, I'll do with, I've not lately seen a man with a bigger or more obvious
I'm just
crush.
glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
That's what I'm working on right now. You mentioned something earlier I want to talk to you about.
Not allowed in the store anymore? There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12. Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Now that is hilarious.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Rose still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
That's amazing. I love that. That is fantastic. Now where is the reflex? My bad, nobody saw it. Cool, we're good. Wait, what? I mean, I'll set that as active because that should lead me to the various ones. Because I know there's one that I'm missing. I don't remember where it was. Well, technically I'm missing all 3, but I know where this one is. Thank you. There's your father's. You don't mind if I go poking around in his old office, do you? Let's see. Symptoms of infection have now reached critical mass. I've been to our staff to transform the ultimate sound to a sick house. Plague is reality. Medical treatment is a privilege. Not right. Symptoms of the plague. The best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. Which is not true, by the way. Nah, I'm not going to take it. I'm so tempted to steal all these stuff, but I'm not playing a thievy type guy. Ethan Drake would not steal. He would be okay, cool. Man, this role-playing stuff. It's like I want it so badly just to take all this stuff, but it's not. It's not what Ethan would do, and I'm playing Ethan. I'm restricted to the confines of what Ethan would do. Except for when I accidentally take stuff on accident, which happened twice now in the span of this video. And there are both lockpicks too, which is funny to me. Alright, let's go. Let's go out into the wide old world, wide old world. Terror on Monarch with Ruth Bellamy as Halcyon Helen and Spencer Woolrich as somebody. Also, do I have all my med slots occupied? I do. Alright, let's get to killing. Let's go. Oh, shit. I didn't mean that quickly, game. Alrighty-dighty. It's like I'll take loot off of corpses all day long, but I'm not going to steal from people. Oh shit, there's more. That's a lot of bad guys. Oh, cool. I got a hunting rifle. I now have a reasonably long-ranged weapon. Which is good. Alright, I think this is actually the old community center, so I can... or close to it. Come on, Pavardi. Hurry up. I'm not gonna stop for you. Now, I will steal from Marauders.
Easy.
Alrighty. Now, time to equip that hunting rifle, and I think... Nah, because I got advanced defensive. I'm already wearing badass heavy armor.
Sure, on my way. Sure. I'm going.
That's cool. Well, until I get another mag lock, I'm not really getting through there. There were an awful lot of corpses. Where did the corpses go? Right, a lot of dead people.
Sure. All right, I'm on the move.
I was like, just clear it. Like, I don't want to leave you on accident because I don't know the companion key buttons. I guess I did already loot all the corpses. Didn't think I did, but I guess I did. Don't walk into the line of fire. That's how you get killed.
We made it.
I did just completely blast her with the gun. That's why I don't normally take companions with me, but I want to get all the delicious, delicious story, so I'm taking the companions with me. Ah, cool, and it is in the community center. Alright, sweet. So we can get the medical supplies while we're here. That worked out. Then we can head up to the geothermal plant. Oddly efficient episode, this one. Alright, a lot of bad guys. Time to die. Oh, don't go running. All right. A lot of dead people, a lot of stuff to take. I can't hack into it. That's all right. Pavardi, you better not get yourself lost. You lunatic. All right. All right.
That's the last of them.
These guys are gross. Probably cannibals, too. Although, considering the stuff that they do have to eat, I don't entirely blame them for that. Alright. Alright, we found the kitchen area. Where I proceed to take all of the various foodstuffs. Nope, I don't want to go there. Vending machine, just so I can sell my junk. Alright, because that's an exit. And I don't want to leave. I want to... That's locked from the other way. But I have the key to here, so I'm going to open it up. Take all the medicine. Why is there a stun baton in the sink? That doesn't... whatever. Better question would be, why are there bullets? Well, the Marauders took over. I guess that's why there's bullets in the medical area. But I got the medicine. Primal? This display, fashioned to resemble a pair of mighty primals, required extensive field research. Let's have a moment of silence for the researchers who gave their lives in pursuit of authenticity. Yeah, that's gross. Canid, Beta lupus familiaris. Domesticated canids can be loyal companions. Remember, they are, however, still a wild animal. And coming soon, Mantiqueen. Feast your eyes on the great frilled Mantiqueen, sovereign of her nest, imported from the wilds of Terra 1, to thrill and excite your imagination. And then Saltuna. Dead in the bathroom, what a way to go. Do 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 do. All right, let's see. Welcome, Director Pickett. Messages from L. Rosenberg. Everyone, the keycard encoder is it's about the keycards. It's about how to get access to the building. I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with the Mantiqueen is wasting all of our budget and holding up development on the entire exhibit. It has to stop. Lamont Tremel, Financial Officer from Hunters and Trackers Limited. Hello, Mr. Pickett. This letter is to update you regarding your request for one adult Mantiqueen. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of our highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you, however, that the entire team has, to our regret, perished. Please expect an invoice from our office, including the cost of their gravesite fees, as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all equipment damaged, corroded, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at a 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunters and Trackers Limited, partnered with the Wildlife Eradication Society, a wholly owned subsidiary of Universe Defense Logistics. Hunters and Trackers Limited, teaching the fauna of Halcyon the cruel realities of existence. I like their style. Too bad they're corporate jerks.
Clever.
But I do like their style. Oh, I have too much stuff. Well, I have an easy way to fix that. Break stuff down for parts. And sell the rest. Because there was a vending machine, and there was also... must be upstairs. There's an upper floor of this place. I either didn't know or forgot. Probably forgot. Nope, I don't want to sell the energy cells. And I'll keep the overalls because those are technically Pavarti's gear. Alright, so that takes care of the... oh, wait, I need to see. What modifications? What mods do you have? Nightingale Step, which I don't care about because I'm not being a stealthy boy. Sure Grip, which I don't care about because I'm not going to be that. And a Magdazap, which I think I already have one Magdazap on my person. Yeah, I do. So I don't need that. But I must have completely skipped over the upstairs section, so excuse me while I run through this whole building trying to... oh, there it is. Oh, that was easy. Oh, yeah, because the guy's at the balcony. I'm dumb. Oh, and there it is. Let's just make sure there's nothing else. Of vital importance. Broke my legs a little bit. That's alright. The Dissident Hunter, first edition, costs 2 bits. Issue number 362. Monthly subscription, something. Well, I know where to go to next. So let's go to the let's go retrieve a logic module, and then we can go back to town and tell everybody the good news then. Depending upon... well, Yeah, there's consequences to consider, so I'll go and deliver it to him first. That was a special. That was like, that guy had a name. I'd also like to remind everybody that I am playing this, I believe, on hard difficulty. Yep. And I just completely rinsed. Oh, cool. A tossball card. I completely rinsed Orthos. Like he was just another dude. I didn't even know there was a named Candid out here. It was to show you can explore and find a lot of cool shit. I'm guessing he killed his Marauder masters after they did something that they didn't like. Maybe they had shot off some fireworks. Dogs don't like fireworks. Or maybe the robots got him. Who knows? But, as stated, there are consequences to my actions, so I'm going to travel back to Edgewater, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I can either give the power to Edgewater, or I can give the power to the deserters, and I'm really conflicted on how I'm going to do that. Because, like, I know what I did in the original recording session, but then I learned more about it and the consequences. But at the same time, I can't act on that. I have to act upon what Ethan knows and what his gut instinct would be. And his gut instinct would be to give power to the deserters. The only problem is that now Pavardi's with me, and I don't know, man.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Where's the dude's house? No, I don't want to do that. There we go. And I'm not going to give it to Esther because if she's paying me more money, then she's not a good person. I'm going to give it to Abernathy.
You want to mingle, go try the cantina.
Look, you jerk, I'm giving the medicine to you.
Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting.
Esther tells me you have a tendency towards
I
hypochondria.
don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something?
You obviously need this.
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile.
I'm not gonna try and get more shit out of him. I could, but I'm not going to. All right. Cool. Let's warp to the botanical lab. Talk to old Thomas Kemp.
Any luck? Fine. No kidding.
I found part 1 in
Look
the
at
archives.
that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I got more for you.
Don't keep me in suspense.
I've also got part 2 found in the
Ain't
cannery.
that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take him off your hands.
And I think this will auto tag. Cool, it does. So I'll go and get the Vicar's book, the Vicar's book, get him to tag along, kill some robots, and I'll see how this whole charade goes. I don't particularly intend to tag along with him. 'Cause he just rubs me the wrong way. And he's not the kind of fellow that Ethan would be hanging with. But, you know, if he's, if he shapes up, then that'll work.
That's the last of 'em.
Again, this game does such a good job of making you feel like a wanton badass. Because the first time I played this through on easy, well not easy, normal, was before I learned the combat system really well, before I learned how all the skills interacted. It was a little tricky, but I mean, there was only a couple spots I really ran into trouble. And now I'm playing it knowing how the system works, and I'm playing it on hard, and honestly, I'm just scratching off targets. That's what it feels like. All right, so nah, because that's at the point where I can sell to the machines, and I really like hacking into them. It's cool and stuff, and it's definitely kind of the skill path I'd be going with. But I'd rather increase my tech. Oh, but long guns is almost at 50. I'll do what I want. And then I'll take... I like recharge rate. But bonus experience, so I'll take that. And I'll take toughness next. That'll work out. Because I'm going to have a full party of companions. And now I have the book. I'll head back. Oh, you can't fast travel while near hostile. Oh, because there's a bunch of bad guys. Are they primals? Oh. Yep. They're primals. Now this is the part where I'm trying desperately not to die. Wait, don't I have the... Yep, I have this gun. That's a lot of N-ray. No! I'm not going to take permanently maimed. That's a new perk that I discovered's a thing, but No. My armor's almost trash, too. Easy fix. Cool. Now let's fast travel to Edgewater. I love these printouts. Like, there's the heart. There's the, like, it's so cool.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Hello. Well, wait, hold on. Get in here. Hello.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Yep, got your boat.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it. You wanted it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Why did you think the book held the secrets you were looking for?
Okonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
All very fascinating, but I must be on my way.
Yes, you're right.
Oh, no, I picked the wrong button. I wouldn't mind a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really.
That all part of your Vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd.
All right, let's go.
Fantastic.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain.
Understood. I hit the wrong button, but whatever. I did want you, though. That was the plan. Now, let's fast travel to the geothermal plant. Figure out what the hell we're going to do and get off this blasted rock. Oh, I didn't mean to be right here. I mean, yeah, I wanted to be here, but I didn't want to be this close. Crawling with mechanoids.
Everyone all right? I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Well, you are now. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta remember to keep any lesser items on hand, because she only has... Well, she has the assault rifle, though, so she does have one of my better weapons. No, I don't want to enter the building. Not yet. Just Kind of hoping for some more
Steps are
scouty scout. Again, there was a thing that I wanted to do before I entered it. The security gate. I wanted to take a look at that area. All right. Spacer's Choice handguns. Body counts at a discount. Power plant, security terminal. Please take that command. Disarm security fences. View recent logs. Adder, security logs inaccessible. In keeping with Spacer's Choice Company policy, all security logs have been terminated in the event of a major emergency, catastrophic event, or security breach. Attention. Scouted updates at this facility are critically overdue. Your last scheduled security update was on error, date not found. If you are a member of the Spacer's Choice security detail assigned to this location, please turn in your identification for immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in an immediate reprimand. That seems awfully redundant, but sure. Oop, I didn't mean to take it, but hey, that works. All right. Now that I'm all juiced up on carbohydrates, I think is what it was. Let's go. Edgewater geothermal power plant. From the planet to your living room. Dead people everywhere. Dead people everywhere. Dead people everywhere. It's 120 DPS. Yeah, that's a two-handed. She's more of a one-hando. I'll buy the ammo. I do have junk to sell. And again, I'm not a two-hander, so... And I'm not a stealthy boy, so I'm going to sell that. And... I'll keep the other stuff.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Well, it's also like, I don't even know exactly what our plan is. Like...
Incoming!
Oh, crap.
Everyone all right? You took one down!
All right, yep. Now's the time. Oh, but I can't modify. I can't modify on the run. I can only repair on the run. Well, that's not particularly good. I don't have enough skills. I don't have the skill. Let's see. Break in here. Plant status. Operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed across both. Warning, structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
And I got 3 switches to flip so I can get the stuff powered up. I just didn't read it. I'll heal eventually, slowly. Use terminal. Security. Unlock door. Enter passcode. Welcome, Thompson. Personal files. AppSec log 1. Chester Higgins again. That hullhead. Found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with the company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now feeling bad for what I've done, let me remind myself I've warned him before. He always has been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. It should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Personal log number 87. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an auto mechanical never will. I don't know. Doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Number 98. Worst happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here. Just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut the things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return. Access automated messages number 6. Greetings, Security Chief S. Tanaka. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero G Brew. Zero G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Turn to root. Well, she dead. Taste cold steel. Such fine detail. The pockmark right there. You can see her pores, damn it. It's impressive. It's impressive stuff.
There's 2 more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale? Get ready. Get past that armor.
Plasma burns all over the walls. Oh, wait. Chester's passcode. See, now you got me curious.
Get away!
Now you've got me real curious.
Get away!
Let's see.
Not real. You're not real.
Hello.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram!
Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Slow down and tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You are an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them.
Well, if you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have Oh, that reminds me.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem.
Yeah, huh?
We'll talk later, I guess. Cool. Now I got quests. Because, yeah, I found your terminal earlier. I found the dude's terminal. I'm like, okay. This is not the way to the terminal. Neither is that, because it was floor number 2. It was floor number 2, and then it was the first door.
Mind the theme. You're liable to get scalded.
I know that. Well, if it wasn't door number 2, then maybe it was maybe it was corridor number 1. Yeah, corridor number 1, and then it was like the first. Yeah, it was up here. Yeah. Modify behavior. Select. They're in guard mode. Dark mode targets intruders. Select new mode. Error. They've been mandated to remain in guard mode. Any attempt to alter is punishable by company law. Your infraction has been moved to your permanent record. C. Higgins, please see your supervisor to schedule a recommend. Select new target. Error. Organal mechanicals in the facility have been mandated to target intruders. Any attempt to alter the setting is punishable by law. Your infraction has been noted. Please refer to your supervisor. Define intruders. All persons or entities not defined as the property of Spacer's choice. Would you like to modify the definitions of intruders? Define intruders as Spacer's choice automechanicals. They've been successfully updated. Modify definitions in forward security. Please adopt some process to remove all ideas and identified intruders. And there's security chief. She almost got there too. Brave lady. Borrowed a copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume number 3. So I need to go back down there. Terminal. Access blog. Corporate sent a team of technicians to complete a retrofit of our mechanicals. each and every drone. Doesn't this run contrary to the mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of the family. Leading Brandon Sundries is not the base choice. Spacer's choice. I just finished a routine maintenance of our scheduled centuries. I found some strange modification to the logic module. I haven't had time to run a diag, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is they've been introduced by the recent refit. Company went through the trouble of refitting every one not too long ago. Guessing this is the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report. My supervisor told me not to worry about it. Said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic module. Decided to do a bit of sliffing himself. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little bit of experimentation. It's the boy!
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
You made it out of that
All
junkyard.
Systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed. Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties.
Why aren't you attacking
Hostile
me?
Actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
You want to help me destroy the other
Affirmative.
mechanicals.
Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmation granted. And then some idiot's going to kill it more than likely, but... Now, quests. I need to do that first. So where is this old logic module hiding? Because I know it's around here. Ah, I have the key. Alrighty. Sweet. And before I complete to return to Ludwig, let's get that third volume. Which I should find down here by old Chester.
What's eating you?
Nah, I'm just seeing if I could get him to come back, but I guess not. Because the place is safe now. I mean, they all killed each other, and even those that didn't. I mean, I had the new one rigged up just in case, so. Next quest is Here Comes the Power, which still requires me to go up a level. Now, there's got to be a way to avoid the steam.
Oh, beginning.
Huh. I guess it's just about being careful the way along. I'm gonna try not to die.
Cut him off.
Security actions.
All right. Engineering. Shut off steam release valves. And the last round.
One to go.
One to go.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Sister, think
Watch out!
another book of redemption.
That's a weird glitch. Huh. I never discovered this letter before, either. Well, that's convenient.
That's the last. I'm not sure what the ride is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
I know that. I'm not sure what the right thing to do is. I thought I knew, and now I don't really know.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
You're right.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I just realized that there's Spacer's Choice emblazoned on the pauldrons. Not to break up this heartfelt moment, but anyway, the Edgewater's a community. Or the deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they build.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
And Reed tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers
Well,
or
sure
power.
sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Damn it. I just don't know. Alright, fine.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Alright. I thought I was going to do the one thing, but God. Now that I've done this, they damn well better get the geothermal or the botanical plant back online. I swear to everything. If they don't get that back online, they will die anyway. And it's... It's so frustrating. It's so incredibly frustrating. No, I went the wrong way. Whatever, I don't care. Am I allowed to teleport out of here? Because if I'm allowed to teleport, I'm just gonna teleport. Dang it! I'm not allowed to teleport. I'm so anxious. Huh. I got a plasma rifle. I finally got my boy. I finally got my plasma rifle. But I am still frustrated. I guess I'll just follow the exit. I'll just follow the sign that says exit. God. Because, like, that plan will help, but that... Because the first time I chose to help I chose to help Edgewater, the what are they called? The deserters. Because the deserters have the botanical plant, and they can help make the thing profitable. And, more importantly, prosperous, and happy, and healthy, and just vital, and fix the whole plague and food problem. Because, like... I feel like if you choose to give the power to Edgewater, you make them die a slow death. If you choose to give power to the deserters, they die a swift death. But they better reclaim this fucking place. They better kick back the Marauders, and they better, like, because I helped them with their Marauder problem. I've killed every single frickin' Marauder in this whole frickin' place, as far as I can tell. Like, they better, like, come back with a freaking vengeance. Also, I have to talk to Thomas Kemp.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
I found another data pad.
No.
The last one.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you.
I really don't like that I had to do what I did. But now I have my plasma rifle. What would be better? I feel like that would be good with corrosion. No, I'm going to give this extendo sight. Because the assault rifle is still my main. Like these two are my closer range weaponry, and this is going to be my mid. Hi.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Again, none of these reasons are the real reason why. Because I could say that it's because Miss Pavardi convinced me to, which is, in this particular case, the reason. And honestly, the all-encompassing reason for both scenarios is because I believe that this is best for Edgewater. What is best for the survival of the colony. Now, it doesn't matter, because if you save the botanical lab, they're still fucked by marauders, and if you save the other... I didn't think the fact that they would lose the power at the botanical plant, either. Like, I should have helped out the deserters, and then... well, what's done is done. So I'm just gonna say Reed needs people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
What happened? All this anger has to come from
My
somewhere.
son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'd be willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't just going to leave his post. I'm going to need some help convincing
Tell
him.
Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth.
And it is
The
at this
secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
That's a lot to unpack. Okay, for starters, first, now I know I made the right decision, because this is exactly what I wanted to have happen. Have her basically have control over the botanical lab and have the people have access to, best of both worlds. Reconnect to the secret. Now, on the second hand, well, she's not entirely wrong. In fact, she's quite right that corpses are very good for the soil. It should also be noted that you don't have to use human corpses. They can be Sprat, they can be Terray, they can be Candid, they can be Manta thing, they could be whatever. They don't have to... Oh, God. Now, my question is, what happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
It's pragmatic. Fuck it, it's the solution they need. As long as she's not killing people for corpses, I honestly couldn't care. But that's the plan now.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Easy, go back.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
I'm gonna try and talk Reed into stepping down.
You know where to find me.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing. Do, bitch. Because, like, this is all vital part of the colonial infrastructure. Like... I love the detail. Absolutely do. Mr. Thompson.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
Uh-huh. She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
The town's terrified of the plague. Abernathy asked me to steal medicine for him.
I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's choice man. My father was a Spacer's choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with the plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't eat anything other than sultana. Of course you're going to get sick. Or, have people ever actually eaten a vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
Tuna alone will get you sick.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
She's growing her crops in a special fertilizer.
And when you say special fertilizer, you mean what exactly?
I'm not a great liar, so I couldn't take that option. So I'm gonna have to tell him the truth. I'm just gonna say corpses are mostly human.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? That's... come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery.
I'm not in the mood to argue. You want her help? Step
You're
down.
right. I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
You don't have to do
I
this,
do.
you know.
Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
This can't be easy for
I've
you.
always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day outside the
I
walls,
don't
you know.
I could see myself lasting a week.
Take care. Well, that is the best course of action. One man dies. So the town may live. I'll go talk to her.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I talked Reed into leaving.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
I've made a mess of thing. Oh, no, I'm just going to say Edgewater's better off with you running
You're
the place.
telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
All right. Sweet. And then I'll talk to you.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense. Didn't think she'd go back so long. If Adelaide...
I'm glad.
And one more little task to wrap up before we leave. Yo.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
I got one.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is... I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance.
Take care, man. And with that, we get to finally leave this rock. But, like, I love it. You got heart, you have guts, you have lungs, you have everything.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy there.
It's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Glad to have you along. Pick a cabin.
Yes!
It's yours.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Ah, I see you found your way too.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Well, that works.
Easy.
Alrighty.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
I mean, wasn't that what old, what the doc wants us to do? What old Phineas wants us to do? I'm just trying to do right. Just trying to do right by these people. But before I leave, cool. I'm just gonna do a little bit of tinkering on my stuff. Oh, and there was a thing. Yeah, there was a thing. I sound crazy right now. Don't worry about it. Oh wait, no, I need to talk to her because she can unseal. She can unseal the thing. I need to talk to Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Let's go.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Yeah, you just plop it in there. Flip a few switches and you're done. Ooh, look at her sing. Ooh, hear her purr. Cool.
What can I do for you, Captain?
It's installed.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Against all odds, The unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Put him through.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Well, I've been feeling a little lightheaded, and also I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay.
Right, the black marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years.
I don't like the idea of working with a criminal.
Criminals? Goodness, no. Smuggling is a perfectly legitimate business venture. If misappropriating board property is a crime, well then, plenty of ways to make money in Halcyon, you know. Not all are above board. Oh!
Hilarious.
Well, sophisticated humor, puns.
Well, I'll have a word with
Excellent.
Gladys.
I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise. I call it the holographic
I'll put it to good use,
Excellent.
Thanks.
And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own...
Transmission ended.
Well, it's not really a lie, because in that other playthrough I may or may not have, Oh, it won't let me. I wanted to see if it would let me walk out into space and be just instant game over. I'll talk to my fellow companions later. Right now, let's grab the holographic shroud. Messages for Hawthorne. We'll go over all this stuff later. Look, damn it. I have the best possible outcome. Everyone lives. You think those people were going to leave Edgewater? They weren't. Sam. Interesting. A stern older man with warm eyes. The modern steel wrench in you. This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margins. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical uses. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. First wrench my dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. It's even got the... It's like a socketed wrench. That's useful. Neat. That room's empty. What doesn't kill you give you tetanus. I wonder whose room this is, too. And this is the Vikers, obviously. This is not a Petunia. Oh, because she likes flowers. Ah, there's the Vicar. The religious symbol denotes the order of scientific inquiry. The scribblings on these pages are utterly intelligible to anybody except for Vicar Maximil de Soto. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins filled with scribbled notes. Many passages have been underlined. Some pages have become loose. The glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. Index of Banned Literature. Part 1. Various Qualifying Considerations. Part 2. Principal Rules of Restrictive Management. Part 3. Morals and Maxims Banning Unethical Literature. Part 4. Proof of the Grand Architect and Predestination, or refutation of the titles listed here within. Part 5. Consequences, the Mind, the Will, the Man, and the Women Led Astray. Part 6. Official List of Banned Titles. Part 7. Prerequisites for advancing the investigation, outing, and penalization of offenders. Well, you're here. The Art of Science and Tossball. And Tossball trading cards. Well, again, we'll get to all this chaos next time. I'm just glad to finally be off that frickin' rock. Honestly, it's the most boring and repetitive part of this whole game. Every other part of it, there's like so much other crap that they could possibly do. So with this wonderful view outside the captain's cabin, I bid you all adieu.